Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and good. Okay, let's start our class for 5th class term 2. Okay, which class? 5th class term 2. Which subject? Science subject. Okay, science subject. Already we started our second lesson. What is our second lesson name? Safety and first aid. Okay, safety and first aid. Let us discuss the remaining topic today. In previous class we learned about the burns, and today's class we are going to learn about wounds. Okay, wounds मतलब क्या? मार लगता ना, कहीं पे भी मार लगता ना, उसको wound बोलते हैं. Okay, germs can enter the body through cuts or wounds, so we should take care of even a small wound. In case of a wound, follow these steps. So what happened? इन आवर बॉडी देर द कट्स आर देर. जैसे कट गया आपके हाथ पे या मार लगा तो क्या है, वहाँ पे कट्स के अंदर से फ्रॉम दोज कट्स द वट एवर द स्मॉल जर्म्स दैट एंटर्स इनटू आवर बॉडी, एंड if that wounds that cannot enter into our body, we have to take care of some following steps. Okay, wash your hands. Germs from the dirty hands can infect the wound. So firstly what we have to do, we have to wash our hands cleanly such that the germs and the dirty hands that cannot infect the wound. Okay, next, wash the wound thoroughly with clean water. Clean it with cotton wool. So what happened after washing the wound? We have to what we have to do after washing our hands, we have to wash the infected area, that is called as an wound, with clean water, and then we have to clean it with cotton wool. Next, apply an antiseptic lotion. So on that infected area we have to apply an antiseptic lotion. Next, cover the wound with a clean and soft piece of cloth or with a bandage. So what we have to do after applying the antiseptic cream, we have to cover the wound with a cloth or soft cloth or a bandage. If the wound isn't bleeding, place a gauze pad tightly on it to stop the bleeding. Another method to stop bleeding is using a tourniquet. It is a bandage tightly around the wound. So what happened? Bleeding मतलब क्या है? जैसे मार लग रहा है, उसमें से ज़्यादा ब्लड जा रहा है. So what happened in that case? What we have to do? We have to use a gauze pad to stop the blood flowing. We have to tie that pad, and it is also called as a tourniquet. Tourniquet is nothing but a tight bandage that made the wound tightly. Okay. Fractures means what? Breaking of a bone, that is called as a cracking of a bone, that is called as a fractures. A crack or break in a bone is called a fracture. You will know if an injury is a fracture. So what is a fracture? Means in a bone it is a crack. एक bone में crack आया, नीचे गिरे और वो bone break हो गया, टूट गया, तो उसको fracture बोलते हैं. Okay, let us discuss about the injury and fracture. The person is in a great pain and it is unable to move the affected limb. There is a swelling in the affected limb. Finds do everything to make the patient comfortable and then call the doctor. So how would we know that the person is infected with a crack or fracture or break a bone? Means what happened in that person? It is in great pain. The pain will be in more wherever the affected limbs are there. No, the pain will be in more and it is unable to move from one place to another place, that nothing but from move forward or backward, and in that place, in that affected area, there will be a swelling. So what we have to do? Firstly we have to make the patient comfortable and then call the doctor immediately. Next, ensure that affected limb is in its natural position and it is kept still. So what we have to do? If the affected limb, if the person's limb is affected, firstly we have to take a natural position of that affected limb and keep the still. Okay. Next, give support by applying a splint to the affected limb to keep it still and straight. So what we have to do? We have to keep a splint, that we have to keep that affected person limb straight. Okay. Next, use a sling made of cloth for supporting the fractured arm. So for the fractured arm we have to use a sling. You can see this is called as a sling, whatever he is wearing from the shoulder to the neck. So that is a sling that keeps the fractured arm straight and support the cloth. Okay, I hope you all understood the class, and remaining topic we will continue in the next lesson. And your homework is you have to write these 3 points, this Fracture means what? A crack or break in a bone is called a fracture. About fracture, only two times homework, one line it is there. A crack or break in a bone is called a fracture. Okay, thank you.